What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cooking with Pros and Cons. I'm Dusty, and tonight we're making Loco Mocos. So as you can see, we've got some ground beef, some pepper, sea salt, couple of eggs, brown gravy from a package because we're going ghetto and old school, little Worcestershire sauce, some butter, and most importantly, Calaros rice. A lot of people don't know this, but this is the only rice you're going to eat if you get a Loco Moco in Hawaii. What's up, everybody? I'm Dusty. I'm back, and I'm a skinny chef prepared to take you on the spiritual journey that is cooking proper rice. So today we're going to be cooking a pot of Calaros rice, which, as I mentioned before, is incredibly important when it comes to Hawaiian food. And unlike most rice, it actually has a kind of messed up ratio. Most rice are 2 to 1. For this one, we're going to go 2 cups of rice. And it's going to be 2.5 cups of water. I'm going to move it over here and wash it, because nobody likes dirty rice. Unless you're from Louisiana, and then nobody likes you. You want to make sure to get that nice frothiness broken up in the rice. Really make sure to help it release some of that extra starch. Otherwise, it's going to come out way too sticky. An old debate about 3 or 4 times on how much to wash the rice. I like 3, so it doesn't come out a little too grainy, but there are some old Hawaiian men that would for sure argue that with me. Now that we got the rice properly washed, we're going to go ahead and add in our water. Now the key to tying it all together, a little piece of butter. Butter is going to help make sure that the rice doesn't stick together too much. It has a nice creamy texture throughout. And that's rice, folks. When it clicks over, it's fucking done. I'll be back for gravy.
Go.
Hello, I'm Tim, also the fat chef, because you can't trust a skinny chef. That's one thing I learned in my 20 years in the culinary world. Right now I'm going to show you how to make some hamburger, basically. It's really not that difficult, but I'm going to show you. So we'll start with some ground beef. Looks like I got about 2 pounds of ground beef. Hot stuff here. Normally, we could always, actually grind it ourselves, but we're going to use some store-bought, wonderfully, slightly oxidized ground beef. Because that's how we roll. So I got rid of this guy. I'm going to get rid of that share. So what I'm going to do first is get my seasonings together. We're going to do a pretty simple little bit of Worcestershire. And I don't really measure things, so maybe, 4 dashes, whatever. Then we're going to grind in some pepper. Always want to grind your pepper if you can, instead of getting the already ground. Grindy. Now we're going to take this wonderful sea salt with a little bit of garlic in there. Get that a-going. Garlicky, sea salty wonderfulness. Alright, so now we're going to get in there with our hands, mix everything up, make sure it's all good to go. Because, this here bowl doesn't exactly want to stay in place, but that's alright. We'll have to do it with one hand instead of 2. We can do this. Want to get this all nice. Try to hide that oxidation the best we can. Uh-oh, rice is gone. Okay, so now we're going to patty these up. I'm going to shoot for about 6 ounces. And basically I'll just get a decent handful and judge about 6 ounces. Make sure to kind of get it all nice and together. And we're going to make it nice. And since we're doing this in a pan, I'm going to make it a little bit thinner than I normally would. Plus this is 80-20 ground beef, so I want to make it a little bit bigger than I want because these will shrink up quite a bit. So we got one patted up. We'll do another one right now. So once again, look for about 6 to 8 ounces. What? And we'll patty this bad boy up again. Press it out nice. We got 2 wonderful, wonderful patties of beef.
Oh.
We're going to do 2.
Okay, hi, I'm Jeff. I know something real quick. Let me take care of that real quick. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, so first of all, when you're making your burgers, you gotta get the air out of them. Get the air out of them. Slap them back down. Make them look like they're all uniform, like a hockey puck. And then the dimple. Because the fat's going to make them contract, which means they're not going to cook even. They're going to get all hockey pucked out. So don't tell Timmy I was here. I think he's outside. He really makes good burgers, but it is foolproof. Get the air pockets out. And put that dent in there.
Go.
Alright, so I'm back. I'm going to show you how to actually cook the burgers now that we have them all patted up and ready to go. First thing you're going to want to do is get your pan starting to heat up because we want to get a nice sear. So we'll go ahead and get this guy going. And we want to do about medium-high heat just to let that start to heat up. So we'll let that go for a little bit. And I know it's a little bit of a faux pas, but I'll be using canola oil instead of butter, given that it has a much higher smoke point. And I don't want to have brown buttered burgers, although that would be pretty goddamn tasty. So once this is heated up, add a little bit of canola oil, and we'll get started on that process. We are going to finish these burgers in the oven because I'm going to save a little time and save a little step, and that way I can get it right to the temperature I want and not have to worry about being on this oven and burning the edges. So we'll first season the burger because we did season it before, but you always want to season before you cook your burgers. So once again, a little bit of that sea salt, some crushed black pepper. We're pretty much ready to go. So, like I said, blasphemy with the canola, but that's okay. So we want about, a little bit more than a teaspoon of oil, just enough to kind of coat the bottom of the pan. That way we don't have sticky burgers. So we'll take this here beautifully seasoned, beautifully patty burger. We're going to go ahead and throw it down there. Let that guy just get a good old sear. It's going to take about 3 minutes. Alright, so we're getting ready to flip this bad boy. It's kind of starting to get a little bit cooked on the edges. It needs a little bit of time. I did forget to season the top, so we're going to do that right now. So once again, you want to season. We're going to take our nice kitchen towel so we don't burn ourselves, and our handy dandy fish spatula. So we'll just get it nice and underneath. Go ahead and give it a little flip. We got ourselves a nicely seared burger. So we'll let this go again, about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. And we'll be transferring it onto a pan, finishing in the oven, just to save ourselves a little bit of time.
Action.
Alright, so now that we have all the burgers seared, we're going to go ahead and throw them in the oven for a couple of minutes while my friend Jeff is going to show you guys how to cook an egg. Lots of fun. Hooray. See ya.
I told you I'd be back to make gravy, and now I'm back. So for tonight's gravy, even though, you know, we could do it the proper way, we could start with the bones and make the stock and reduce the stock and make the gravy. But we're going simple, because when I always grew up, it was always just a classico package of brown gravy mix, generic brand from the store. So first thing you're going to want to do, start the heat. Go to about medium heat. Shake down the package so you get all the good shit. You're going to put in the package first. Now 1 cup of cold water. And a whole lot of elbow work. I'm never satisfied by the basic stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of that sea salt and garlic. The little extra crushed pepper. And a few drops of Worcestershire. And you want to make sure to scrape all the powder off the side too, so you don't have any clumps. Go ahead and increase the heat a bit. Once you see it start to kind of stick to the bottom like that, thicken up a little bit, go ahead and kill your heat. Give it about a minute to rest.
Hey everybody, it's Jeff here to show you how to fry an egg. This egg is going to go on top of a fantastic Loco Moco. Meant for us tonight. You guys will enjoy this one. So, guess what? First and foremost, you want to have your pan reasonably hot before you even start adding the butter or start adding the egg itself. Right now, I think we're reasonably hot, so nice little whole cream butter is fine by me if you ask me. Just not to like properly cover the pan, but no, like mean business, alright? Yeah. You see how like we're just getting like a nice layer of melted butter in the bottom? That's kind of what we're going for here. Now, once you start seeing it bubbling up all the way around, that's where we get into the action at. By action, I mean these guys over here. the eggs, the huevos. I think at room temperature they fry a little bit better too, although local places don't agree with that. But just pull your eggs out 2 hours ahead of time before frying. I swear they make much better friends with the butter and the hot pan. This is where we're going at. So, simple crack on the side, twist when you crack it into the pan. Crack 2 fingers, twist. No shells whatsoever. This guy you can't discard. And I do recommend just a little quick rinse, you know. Now we see our egg is making friends with the butter in the pan. So also our egg needs to make friends, like a little bit of seasoning on one side, you know, a little tap tap, a little ground fresh peppercorns right there. And I got some garlic seasoning salt right here too. Now it's set up on the sides, that means it's easily ready to rock and roll. Adjust it this way and finish it on top. And a little more salt. Kill the heaps. And just let her be. That'll be the nicest egg, about medium cooked wise, that you can offer. Coming back at you, it's Jeff with the egg for the Loco Mocos.
All right, everybody, I'm back, and it's time for the final plating. So first thing we're going to do, a big heaping scoop of rice. Want to make sure it's nice and spread around. Good base for the whole burger operation. We're going to grab one of these tasty sons of bitches. Then Jeff, hit me with that huevo.
Got you.
Then to top it all off, a nice drizzle of the brown gravy. And that, folks, is a Loco Moco. We're going to go sit down and stuff our faces. Tune in to the Chewed Up and Spit Out podcast for the recap and the rest of the evening. He wants us so far.